Subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're one.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're one.
Name's Esau, the one who sold his birthright for soup. And guess what? Still eating it. Because some of y'all throw shade while trade your dignity for someone who left you on read, so don't judge me. And Jacob? That boy was waiting like a passive-aggressive ex with a bowl of soup and a contract. I was lightheaded and he said, "Say it, give me your birthright." Look, I didn't even get chicken, okay? It was lentils. Plant-based betrayal. I sold generational wealth for a vegan option. Don't act like you've never flopped. Homeboy dressed up like me, faked my whole vibe, voice cracking and all, with the goat fur. And poor dad was like, "Yep, sounds like Esau." The audacity. I gave up a divine calling for soup, you gave yours up for a DM from someone with a private account. Y'all trade your purpose, you're calling for a situationship with no carbs. Same flop, different stew. Bro got the blessing, the land, the legacy, but at least I didn't scam a blind old man using cosplay and goat fur. But go ahead, quote your god of Jacob, I'm chillin'. Everyone's like, "Did you forgive him?" Yeah, after I grilled a goat and remembered I'm still the fine twin. Birthright or not, still hairy, still fed. Say what you want. Esau flopped, Esau failed, blah, blah, but guess what? I'm still eating. And judging by y'all's life choices, so did you. Period.
Right back at you again. Officer Shapat Dayakin. Dropping something heavy for these cowards out here. Yeah. Coming straight from 125th, 1 West, Harlem, New York. Home of the truth, nigga. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, "Boom Yasha!" And all the warriors be like, "Boom Yasha!" Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, "Boom Yasha!" And all the warriors be like, "Boom Yasha!" All day as we discuss how they don't like us. Gathered on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us, watch where you stepping. Cause a scene, you gon' see how brotherhood is a weapon. Tough skin protect our wrists, teach girls and kids devoutness. Call them prophetess, a priest damn near nothing without it. More than rubies, cute and understanding when describing. Virtue loving, no lip from the daughters of Zion. Gold teeth, earrings, chains, and the rings. Precious metals, fabrics, synthetic stones, and everything. Trying to catch the slang, rewind what we rapping slang. Lost in parables, your scripture breakdowns terrible. Yasha, the prince of the power, we are the Jews. God on earth, you can see it by watching all our moves. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, "Boom Yasha!" And all the warriors be like, "Boom Yasha!" Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, "Boom Yasha!" And all the warriors be like, "Boom Yasha!" Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, "Boom Yasha!" And all the warriors be like, "Boom Yasha!" Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, "Boom Yasha!" And all the warriors be like, "Boom Yasha!"
According to God, the white man
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know that it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, Jeremiah, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass shit. Oh, I'm with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no losses, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
What you bought? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in you. Got my nigga Rawan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my hockin' gon' let him have it. Hey, thank you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. The shit, y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them, I see them dappin' and hug them. It's It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling plain. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Hey, shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Rocket Thumb, Yahweh Shema Thumb, by Shem Yahushua, preaching off Psalm Wanga Tuesday night brotherhood class, ISUPK, under Command Johanna. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is the chosen people of God, and our oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. And tonight's class, what we're going to talk about is wealth come from the black dollar. You got to understand that America is built off the backs of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Without blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians here, this country would be just like any regular country that you ever heard of. It wouldn't be nothing magnificent, it wouldn't be nothing special. We make this country great. We've always made this country great. This country was made and built off slavery to begin with. And now, since they ended slavery, the children of the slaves is they battery pack behind this country, and the wealth that's established here. So yeah, we get into this article real quick just to prove what we talking about. Because what you got to understand is the civil rights movement, I always like to say, the civil rights movement was our last hope. That was the last hope we had in being, citizens, being equal rights, equal pay, equal jobs, equal opportunities. Civil rights movement was our last hope. Civil rights movement failed us. We went into what you would call a depression, to where we turned into drugs, heroin. First it was the heroin epidemic. Then it was the crack epidemic. And then of course, then gangs. We started to, feed into the gang life. That was in between the crack and heroin epidemic, but it became real strong in about the 90s, to where gangs just spread it like wildfire throughout the whole country. And we just kept, just feeding on different trends, trying to forget that we not a part of this country. And in the middle of all that happening, we was making this country rich. All right, so this article is called blackwallstreet.org. Hey. Yeah, so this is blackwallstreet.org, Salakia. And so it say by Dr. Michael Carter Sr., black buying power in the United States has been on a steady rise. In 2019, it was reported at 1.4 trillion and is expected to grow to 1.8 trillion by the year end of 2019. 2024. This article, what is the article from? This article from 2019. It's like, additionally, the SEG Center for Economic Growth established that African American buying power reached 1.6 trillion accounting for 9% of the nation's total buying power. Now, this is the children of the slaves, and we got to say it like that so people can see how serious this is. You know, this is not white people, a group of white people, or Jewish people, or Africans that came over here with grants and loans and tax write-offs. This is the children of the slaves. They say the children of the slaves account for 10% of the buying power, which is talking about spending. The amount of money that's spent in America every day, 10% of it is black people. 10%. While specific projections for 2025 are limited, these trends suggest a continued increase in black buying power, potentially surpassing 1.8 trillion by that year. So now we in 2025. This was an old article from, I think, 2019. And they're saying now the spending power for black people is $1.8 trillion. I don't know if you know it or not, but a bank doesn't have $1.8 trillion. If you was a multi-millionaire, billionaire, whatever, and you walked into the bank and said, hey, I need to pull out $1.8 trillion, they'll look at you like you got three heads. Because that type of money really don't even exist. You feel me? All that type of stuff is collateral and equity and stuff. That's why they say you got liquid money, because liquid money is what you can spend right now. Banks don't even have trillions of dollars in a bank to even give you if you needed it. You feel me? They'll tell you, give me a couple days, or let me give you 10 million now. And then come back in 2 weeks, we can give you another 20 and stuff like that. And that's why most billionaires, they have their money spread around into different banks. They don't have all their money in one bank like Kanye West did. Kanye West had all his money in Chase. And he didn't know Chase was owned by the Jewish people. So once he started going on that rant and stuff like that, they froze his account. But billionaires have like 5 different bank accounts, credit cards, and most of the stuff is really in a safe somewhere. Because like I said, most banks don't have this money on hand. But this is the type of money we spending. This is just black people. This ain't even talking about Mexicans and Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, Haitians, Native Indians. This is just strictly African Americans, the tribe of Judah. The black buying power in the United States is projected to reach approximately 1.98 trillion by 2025, reflecting a steady increase that underscores the economic influence of the black community, and expected to reach anywhere from 2.5 trillion to 3 trillion by 2023. And if you wonder why they always catering to black people when it comes down to shopping, and stuff like that, whenever it comes down to spending anything, that's why whatever they see black people doing, somehow all the designers start to, copy it and stuff like that, because they know that they spending power is going to come from black people. Ask me how many white girls you know with a Birkin bag. You don't know. You don't know none. Because a white girl, she's shopping at Marshall's, Target, Walmart. That's what a white people shopping at. It's black people that's going down there setting up loans and stuff like that to buy Birkin bags. It's black people that's mostly doing that. Like, real talk. You'll see a few white people maybe have it, and that'll make an illusion and make you think that them is the main people buying it. No, it is black people is the ones buying all them Birkin bags and Christian Louboutins and all that stuff like that. Like, real talk. A white person, they going to go get it for like a birthday party or something like that. But as far as every day, 24/7, is black people that's spending most of that money. That's why they catering to black people. Gucci, Louis, all of them, they catering to the style that black people like. This growing financial strength is part of a broader trend observed over recent decades as the black population has not only grown, but also gained greater access to education, higher paying jobs, entrepreneurship opportunities. However, the full impact of this buying power depends on where and how it is spent, with ongoing efforts to direct more dollars towards black-owned businesses to strengthen common community wealth. Right, and that's another reason why they put Jay-Z over the halftime show. You know, I know you wonder, like, football is America's sport, and why would they let Jay-Z be over it, and why is always black people that's performing and stuff like that? Because I'm telling you, they know that that's where the spending power is at. They have to cater to black people. They have to get black people to buy the stuff because they know they're gonna make trillions of dollars. The beauty and personal care industry remains one of the sectors most significantly shaped by black consumer spending. Black Americans are trendsetters in hairstyle, skincare, cosmetics, collectively spending billions each year and influencing global markets. And that's how you make the Chinese people rich. That's how you make the East Indians rich. What you want, the Brazilian, the Malaysian hair? That's what you want? Well, you're gonna make some people rich. You spending, you looking good on your date or at the club, you looking super fly. But it's somebody getting rich, and it ain't us. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing the wigs, you know, the 27 pieces, the bobs, whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with none of that stuff. But I'm telling you, it's somebody getting rich off you. Because it just said that black women spending billions each year. You feel me? On beauty and personal care. This prompted major corporations to adjust their product offerings, marketing strategies, and even their corporate policies to cater to the needs and preferences of black consumers. Because that's what we are. We are consumers. We don't have no businesses, but we got all the money. We spending all the money. We don't have no business, but we spending all the money. And how you know black people got money to spend? Because the women alone is spending billions just on their hair care products, which is the beauty supply stores. You ever wonder why it's 6, 7 beauty supply stores in one neighborhood? That's why. Because they all eating. Just like it's 3, 4 dope boys on one block. Because they all eating off you. Off you. This is an easy fix. You know, we complaining about jobs and money and healthcare is expensive. All that stuff is true. But this is an easy fix. And all we got to do is stop spending our money. It's just that simple. We got to stop spending our money. And I'm telling you, these people will do whatever we tell them to do. This country will stop overnight if black people go 7 days without spending no money. See, with Target, they did that with Target. Target lost all kind of shares and all kind of stuff that happened with Target because they boycott Target for like I think like a couple weeks. But if we sincerely really came together under, you know, one banner, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, I'm telling you, this country will fold and they will do whatever we tell them to do because we spend 10% of the money every day. 10% of the money that's being spent every day is through us. Real tough. See what else we got on. Okay, it say another major area of influence is media and entertainment. Black Americans are leading consumers of streaming services, music, and television, with cultural influence that far exceeds their population size. You feel me? Our cultural influence exceeds the size of our population. You feel me? Our influence in this country exceeds the size of our population. Do you know how serious that is? Black people alone is 13% of the population. 13% of the population is about 340 million people in America that they know of. So 13% of that would be about 41 million people. And it's saying we exceed the 41 million people that's here. We exceed that. Our influence exceeds that. Feel me? By how much we spend and our influence. And that's why they cater everything to black people. Like real talk. You thinking it's because they love black people and black culture. No, they want that dollar. They don't give a damn about no Beyonce or Jay-Z or 50 Cent performing at the halftime upside down. They don't care about none of that. They want that black dollar. So they'll do anything to cater. You wonder why Gucci and Louis would have put all the double G's everywhere, and the Fendi put the double F's, and the Louis V put LVL. White people don't like that shit. White people don't like they shirts with all the G's on it for Gucci. White people like a regular plain polo with a double G on the chest. That's what they want. They don't want the double G's all over the shoes and shit. They want regular black shoes with Gucci at the bottom. You don't even know they wearing Gucci. That's how white people dress. But black people like the Gucci with the double G's all over the pants and the shorts and the shoes. So they start catering to that. And that's why they start selling their stuff like that. Because if you look in the past, Gucci never did that. Only on their bags. That was it. They never did that on the shirts and the shorts and none of that stuff. But they seen black people like that stuff, and black people gonna buy it. Let's see what we get. Streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, and Spotify have increasingly incorporated black-led productions and curated content to appeal to this audience. Now that's a fact. You feel me? That's another thing. When you see all these shows, they let Tyler Perry take over Netflix. You hear me? Black people then took over Tubi. Tubi is owned by a white man. I don't know if you know it or not. I know you see all the Detroit movies and all the soft porn and all the goofy stuff they got going on Tubi. But I'm telling you, that is owned by a white man. But they know who to cater to. They know to cater to the black people because that's who they're going to get most of the money from. Like real talk. Black consumers also dominate spending in digital content, gaming, social media engagement, and making them coveted demographic for advertisers and content creators. Now that's a fact. Now you got to ask yourself why. Why is black people leading in all this spending? Because of oppression. Black people is so oppressed that they think spending money and buying stuff is gonna make them feel better. I mean, what bitches, dumbass bitches say? They love language is gifts. If you ask a bitch what's her love language, she ain't gonna say getting treated nice, opening the door for her, this or that, and she gonna say gifts. You feel me? Because like the Bible said, gift destroy the heart. You feel me? And gifts, buying stuff, going to the restaurant, expensive restaurant, all that stuff, it make you feel better for the moment. You feel me? It make you forget about your oppression for the moment. It make you forget about your trauma for the moment. And all black people in America is going through trauma, whether you want to admit it or not. And through that trauma, you using your money in your bank account to dry your tears. Like real talk. So we'll drop that. We'll jump into the Bible real quick to further prove our point. And yeah, we'll start off in Deuteronomy 28. This Deuteronomy 28 and 15. And it say, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, which is talking about to listen, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. Now that's what Moses laid down. Moses gave us all the commandments and he gave us the statutes after he came off that mountain with the Most High. You feel me? And he's saying that we got to do everything that Moses said to do. That's why in the New Testament, they call it the law of Moses and stuff like that, because Moses the one laid it down. That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And that's what's going to happen. You feel me? If we do not listen to what the Lord said to do, all these curses going to overtake thee. And that's what we going through. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we the best at everything. You feel me? We the best at everything, but guess one thing we also is the best at spending. We the best at spending because we so traumatized in this place. We so cursed in this place that all we want to do is spend to make us forget about the trauma, to make us forget about the suffering we going through, to make us forget about the hellhole we came from. You feel me? They're for the rich people because we got rich black people. We got black billionaires and they going through the same shit. They stressed out too. And they don't want to go back to where they came from, and they spending, making this country rich, and we getting poor. We making them rich while we getting poor. That's a curse. Ain't nothing blessed. I know a lot of people think they blessed because they able to go buy a Lamborghini. Who own a Lamborghini? A white man. You think you blessed because you can go buy you a Birkin bag? Who own Birkin? White people. You think you blessed because you can go spend your money? Like what type of people have we become that we think we blessed because we can go spend our money with other nations? Because it was at one point in time we couldn't spend our money with nobody else. We had to buy black. We had to support black businesses. But then you had a trader named Martin Luther King, and he told us to integrate, and we did it. And we gambled on him. We gambled. Because we thought if we integrated, we would have more jobs, more opportunities. We'd make more money. We lost everything. Everything, all the little stuff we did have, we lost it. You feel me? Lost everything, and now we just spending. We ain't got nothing of our own. You feel me? Black people own 0.1% of the businesses in America. And most of those is hair salons, barbershops, because they don't want to touch your hair. They would let you get that easy. You ever wonder why it's so easy to get a barbershop and a hair salon? They don't want to touch your hair anyway. They don't want to touch you. A daycare, it's easy. You know why it's easy? Because they don't want to watch your kid. They want you to watch theirs. We curse, man. This is talking about black people. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. And that's a fact. Wherever we go, we curse. You got people down in Mississippi say they don't want to go to the city. They don't like all that fast life, this and that. They curse down there too. Under straight oppression. Worried about getting lynched every day. It's 2025. You still worried about getting lynched because you in the field. And then the people that leave the field and they want to go to the city. I'm going to go to the city and I'm going to live in a fast life. I'm going to get a job and I'm going to do this and do that. And your whole check is gone before you get it. Whole check gone before you get it. We slaves wherever we go, whether we in the field or whether we in the city. It don't matter. Like real talk. Because we didn't want to listen to God. And you still think this is who? I don't know who you could think this is talking about. Who else could this be talking about? Like real talk. Verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. This is what the Bible say. You can believe whatever you want to believe. You hear me? You can believe whatever you want to believe, but this is what the Bible said. The Bible say, curse thy basket and thy store. You know what's the basket? That's where you hold the money at. You hear me? You know how they play? Say, I got the bag. You hear me? Hold on, wait. The Migos said it the best. You get the bag and fumble it. I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. That's talking about your basket. We've been fumbling our basket since Deuteronomy. Since Moses told us this, we've been fumbling our basket, which is talking about the bag. You feel me? Because it's cursed. That's why we can't do nothing but spend. We can't save nothing. We can't save anything because we cursed. We have to spend. We can't save nothing in our basket. Our basket is cursed. And thy store. What is the store? That's talking about your business. Our businesses is cursed. What I just say, we own 0.1% of the businesses in America because we cursed. You feel me? We cursed. The so-called white man won't even let you get a leg up. You feel me? That's why it ain't no black grocery stores. You feel me? That's buku money you can make with a grocery store. That's what Black Wall Street, they started off with a grocery store and it turned into the one of the greatest black cities in the history of this country. One of the richest black cities in the history. And it started off with a grocery store. You feel me? The so-called white man, he know what he'll allow you to do. You feel me? And what he won't. And the reason why he's able to do that is because we curse. You feel me? So everybody keep talking about buy black businesses. Where they at? First of all, where are they? Show us where the black business is at. It ain't none. Like real talk. You know why? Because we cursed. All right, we drop that. And we'll go to let's go to Proverbs 20:13. It's Proverbs 20:13. It says, love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty. And that's a fact. Because that's what'll happen. If you sleep, if you're not aware of what's going on, you're gonna come to poverty. And that's what happened to us. You hear me? During the civil rights movement, we would sleep. We had black businesses, we had black hospitals, we had black everything. Shit, we even had black airports. You feel me? We had black pilots, but we fell asleep because we wanted to join with America. We want to be equal with the so-called white man. And us being equal to the so-called white man, now we spend 10% of the money in this country every day as black people. And like I said, we ain't even counting the Mexicans and the Puerto Ricans and everybody else. We just talking about just the tribe of Judah alone. And we came to poverty because of it. Open thy eyes and thou shalt be satisfied with bread. Now, if we open our eyes, then we'll be satisfied with bread. What is bread? That's talking about money. You feel me? Because it's a black man's book. This is how black people talk. Black people only people that call money bread. You feel me? Because that's something we've done for thousands of years. This is how we spoke. You feel me? And ain't nothing changed. And if we open our eyes, we'll be satisfied with bread. We'll be satisfied with money. Like real talk. Because we as the spending population, we spend all the money. $1.8 trillion a year. This is verse 17. Bread of deceit is sweet to a man. Right, and it's sweet. Bread of deceit is sweet. You hear me? The so-called white man and all these other nations, man, they think it's sweet. You hear me? They opening up all these businesses in our neighborhood, taking in all the money. They're making all the money. I just seen a Chinese bitch today in a BMW truck. I'm like, damn. I didn't even know they knew how to drive. I didn't even know the Chinese women knew how to drive, let alone she in a BMW truck sliding and gliding off Chinese rice, off the hair, the blue magic you putting in your hair. That blue magic got her riding in a Benz. I think in a BMW. That was Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas, his cocaine was called Blue Magic. That's the funny part. Look how they mock black people. Now they got a head grease that all the black women back called Blue Magic, and they riding in BMW trucks off it. Like real talk. But afterwards, his mouth shall be filled with gravel. Right, that's right. But what they don't know, these other nations don't know and don't understand, what they doing to the children of Israel is a real. I can't say it's a sin because they not God's people, but it's definitely judgment coming for what they doing. Opening up all these businesses in the black neighborhoods when we should be opening up these businesses. We know how to cook fried rice. We know how to make fried chicken. You feel me? We know how to get the hair care products and sell it. We know how to get the drugs and whip it up and sell it. I'm pretty sure we know how to whip up some damn hair care products. We don't need them in our neighborhoods making all that goddamn money. We could be making that money. And they're going to get judgment for that. Because we the chosen people of God. You feel me? We the chosen people of God. And they're going to get judgment for that. And that's why their mouth going to be filled with gravel. You feel me? It's sweet right now. Everything's sweet. But in a minute, it's going to be real, it's going to be tasteless. It's going to be real hard to swallow. Ain't that what they say? When you do something wrong, they say that's hard to swallow. You feel me? It's gonna be hard to swallow that in a minute. Right now, it's sweet though. They having fun riding BMWs. They lit. Sending their kids to college, sending yours to jail. But in a minute, all that's gonna change. And they, like I said, their mouth gonna be filled with gravel. So they can have fun now. Yeah, we spending all the money. 10% of the spending is coming from black people. Ooh, let's go set up a business in their neighborhood. They ain't gonna do it. Shit, we can't. We tried. We've been trying since we got out of slavery. Every time we did, they came and found a reason to close them down. They destroyed all our businesses. They kept finding reasons to. You know, they kept coming up with different type of laws and all kind of sanctions, just making up stuff. And then when they couldn't make up nothing, they'll send a white bitch in there and say we raped her. Look up all, look, we probably gonna do that later. I ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna keep that a secret. You feel me? I don't want nobody, you feel me, rushing me to do it. But if you look up all the black towns that got destroyed, it was mostly because of a white woman lied and said she got raped. And then you got the nerve to be marrying white women. You feel me? You got the nerve to be marrying white women when they was majority responsible for every black city that got destroyed. Like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like, real talk. It's like a slap in the face. All right, so yeah, we could drop that. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha. Eight and 12. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha 8 and 12. And it say, lend not unto him that is mightier than thyself, for if thou lendest him, count it but a loss. And that's a fact. You feel me? When we go out and get these home loans, these car loans, whenever you go out to the white man's establishment and you sign that piece of paper and he smile and shake your hand and you thought you just came up, count it as a loss. Because you're paying more interest on that house than a white man. You bought that house for $300,000 and a white man could have got it for $150,000. But they charged you all that interest because you black. You feel me? You went out and you got a car. You went and got a Charger, Hellcat, boom. You paying $700 a month for the car note because of the interest, because you black. You feel me? You don't understand that they can charge you interest based off your race. Why you think you got to write down your race on the paperwork? A Chinese man walking up, he paying for that same Hellcat, he paying $350 a month. You paying $720. You feel me? You know why? Because we can't lend to him. We can't lend to somebody that's mightier than us. You might well just count it as a loss. It's over with. Case closed, and it ain't nothing you could do about it. That's the crazy part. You can't take them to court and do nothing about it because it's in the law. It's in America's law that they can do that based off your race. The insurance do it too. You go get car insurance, they ask you your race. And you wonder why your insurance premium is higher than this white guy. It's because he's a white guy. And you not. You black. You cursed. Like Moses said was going to happen. He said he was going to be cursed. You feel me? And the Bible say, if you lend to him, count it as a loss. Because that's what you're doing. You feel me? You think he lending to you this car for your car note, but you lending him money because guess what he's going to do when you miss a payment? He's going to take the car back. He's coming to repo it. He's repoing the car, is going back, and he's selling it to a white guy for cheaper. You didn't pay car notes on this car for 3 years. You missed one payment. They coming to take it. And then they're going to sell it to a white guy for cheaper. Might just give it to their cousin for a gift because they made so much money off you. You didn't halfway paid for the car. And guess what you got to do? Just count it as a loss. Be not surety above thy power, for if thou be surety, take care to pay of it. Right? Surety is paying somebody else debt. You hear me? That's what that is. And you basically get involved in paying somebody else's debt above your power. But we do that all the time because we always in debt. Black people, we always in debt to the point where we just say, look, I'm just gonna owe you. I'm just gonna have to owe you. You hear me? No matter where you go, the hospital, a car, whatever, I'm just gonna have to owe you. You hear me? Just gonna have to put it on my credit. You feel me? Because that's our life. You feel me? That's our life, man. And guess what we're gonna have to do? Count it as a loss. You feel me? That's what we're gonna have to do. Count it as a loss. Go not to the law with a judge, for they will judge for him according to his honor. That's a fact. That's basically what I was saying. If you try to go to court and take legal actions against this person because of who they are, the judge is gonna side with them. You try to go fight a corporation because they got over on you, the judge is gonna side with them. You feel me? The judge is gonna side with them all the time. You feel me? You find out you paying more interest than you supposed to on a home or a car or whatever, the judge is gonna side with them. And it ain't gonna be nothing you can do about it. You're just gonna be stuck, and you're gonna have to just count it as a loss. And that's what we've been doing in America. We just count it as a loss. That's why we're spending so much money. Because we just count it as a loss, like it is what it is. Oh, yeah, we have dropped that. We go back to Proverbs 28. And 21. This Proverbs 28 and 26. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool. And that's a fact. You got to trust in the Lord. You know, sad to say it, you ain't as smart as you think you is. You just keep it real. You done made bad decisions your whole life. That's all you ever done. Just look at your life. That's all you did was make bad decisions. And that's not to make a mockery. It's just the truth. And we got to start trusting in the Lord and not in our own self, because the Bible said we trust in our own heart, which is talking about your mind, what you think. You a fool, like real talk. But whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered. And that's a fact. You got to walk wisely. How do you do that? You got to make decisions based off what the Lord say, based off what the Bible say, based off what the men of God tell you to do. That's how you got to make decisions. And that's how you get delivered. Otherwise, you're going to always end up in a jam. Real talk. He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his eyes shall have many of a curse. And that's a fact. Like real talk. A lot of rich people, they had their eyes from the poor. You feel me? They had their eyes from the poor, and then that's how they end up always going bankrupt. Always going bankrupt because they had their eyes from the poor. Do you know them people, a lot of rich people in them skyscrapers, they jump out the window. You feel me? They jump out the window. Why do they jump out the window? Because they scared to go broke. Why do rich people get so high? Because they scared to go broke. You feel me? They scared to go back to where they was at. But they wasn't given to the poor. You feel me? That money, them riches that these people have, they supposed to be breaking bread. I'm just keeping it real. These riches that they got, they not this. It's like we in Egypt all over again. That's what the Egyptians did. The Egyptians tried to die with they tried to get buried with their gold. Look it up. The ancient Egyptians, they got buried with their gold because they thought they could take it to the afterlife. So lock it. And then another thing they used to do, they servants, they killed their servants too. Like if you was a rich, wealthy person in Egypt and you died, you killed all your servants too. So you could take them to the afterlife and they could serve you in the afterlife. You hear me? And now we back in Egypt all over again. You think we ain't pull out a dollar bill and look at the back and you're going to see a fat ass pyramid. Why the hell is a fat ass pyramid on a dollar in America? Because this is Egypt. They just rebuilt it. They just rebuilt it. And they took the same people that was in slavery in Egypt and put them in slavery in America. This time they took away our identity. Because that's what all our slave masters always forgot to do. Every slavery we've been in, they always forgot to take away our identity. You know, but the white man was just too wicked. He had to make sure he took away our identity so he can have his slaves a little bit longer than everybody else did. Like real talk. Because once we turn towards our God, this kingdom is coming to an end. Like I always like to say, it's going to hell in a handbasket. Like real talk. But that's the truth. He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack. If you a rich person and you want to keep your wealth, help out the poor people. You know, give out grants and loans and start businesses. Don't try to die with the damn money like the Egyptians. Don't try to bury the damn money like the Egyptians. Don't try to save it for some little bastard ass son or some whore ass daughter you got. It's gonna do nothing but just spin it all up and smoke it up and drink it all away. That's all they're gonna do with it. You might as well do some good with all these riches. Give out scholarships for college and all kind of stuff instead of trying to die with the money. Like real talk. Yeah, we'll drop that. Now let's go to Ecclesiasticus 21:7. Back in the Apocrypha. This Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha 21:7. An eloquent man is known far and near, but a man of understanding knoweth when he slippeth. And now that's true. Because an eloquent man, that's somebody that's real persuasive. Persuasive. You know, they can persuade you to do this, persuade you to do that. They can, I can get on and teach you how to do real estate, and I could teach you how to be a millionaire just by my book. And all that, this and that, man, stop it. You feel me? An eloquent man is known far and near. They famous. You know, they influencers and all that stuff. But a man of understanding, a man with common sense, know when he's slipping. He know when he's slipping. You know? He knowing when he's slipping. Like Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson is an eloquent man. He eloquent. He real persuasive with this king consciousness and I'm the conscious this and Pan-Africanism and back to Africa this and buy my book and pay for my school and help me with this. But he didn't know that he was slipping. You know, he had an infatuation with whores. He liked to have sex with whores and then talk about how they box stink because they don't fuck with them no more. And then get on the internet like a kid talking about how they box stink and this queen, she was a queen 2 weeks ago. Now she a peasant. You know, because an eloquent man, he's known far and he's famous. You know, everybody thinking he got some wise wisdom and this and that. But a man of understanding, knowing when he's slipping. You know, a man of common sense with common sense. A man that's following the Lord, he know when he's slipping. You feel me? Umar Johnson ain't know he was slipping. He thought he was doing the right thing. You know, he thought he had hoes and he thought he was that nigga, and now he not. You know, now he didn't fell off his high horse. Now he looked like an idiot. Once was an eloquent man. He was eloquent. And now he's not. Now he looked like a fool because he ain't know he was slipping. And that's what we're trying to tell you about these rich people. They don't know when they slipping. They don't know when they slipping. They don't know when a white man coming to take it all from them, like P. Diddy and R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. They didn't know that they was slipping. They thought that they was doing the right thing. They thought they was untouchable. Like real talk. He that buildeth his house with another man's money is like one that gathered himself stones for a tomb of his burial. Man, look, the Bible is so poetic, man. This had to be written by black people. There's no way a white man wrote that. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. It's a lot of people think Shakespeare was white. He was not. You know, Shakespeare was one of the most poetic men in history, and he was a black man. Wrote all them plays and all them letters that's famous, real still right now to this day. He was a black man. Like real talk, because we the best at everything, and that's why we spending all this goddamn money, which we gotta stop, so we can get ourselves together. Like real talk. But the Bible say, he that buildeth a house with other man's money is like one that gathered himself stones for a tomb of his burial. You ever seen somebody getting their own burial together to go hop in the casket, planning their own funeral? You ain't never seen nobody do that. Usually it's the family members that plan a funeral. But the Bible is saying somebody that's building his house with another man's money is you planning your own funeral. America built this house with our money. America was built with black and Hispanic and Native Indians money. And they didn't even know that it's going to be their destruction as well. They depended on our dollar to keep this country running. Well, they planning their own funeral because they don't know that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is gathering ourselves together. And we're going to take our money away from this place real soon. And this place is going to fall and it's going to be a burial. So he took our money and ain't did nothing but just set up his own funeral. And that's what the Bible is saying about men that's build up their house with other men's money. You feel me? You just set up your own funeral. You just organize your own destruction. And that's what America did. That's what they're doing right now. They scrambling for every dollar. They trying to cut Section 8, cut food stamps, get the college loans. They going harder to try to get the college loan. They trying to do anything to get some money out of somewhere for this war that they see is inevitable. Just because they stop talking about it on the news don't mean it's not finna happen. You got to get out of that mindset of because you don't see it that it ain't real or that it ain't happening. It's happening. The war is happening, and they finna send all your sons and daughters to die. Because you know why? Because they built their house with another man's money, and they just set up their own funeral at the same time. And this ain't my words. I ain't this poetic. You feel me? I grew up on a block. I ain't from the projects, but that's another topic. You feel me? But I grew up on a block. You feel me? Our speech wasn't this eloquent. Like real talk. This is what the Bible's saying. The Bible say if you build your house with another man's money, you just set up your own funeral, nigga. Like real talk. And everybody doing that. That's the crazy part. The drug dealers doing it, the scammers, the people on Wall Street, the people with it that do insurance, the people with all the high interest rates everywhere. The Lord is not with none of that stuff, man. You extorting the poor, the Lord is not with that, man. Like real talk. I just told you about how the banks don't even have all that money in the bank. So they're using your money to establish most of their companies and stuff that they building through the Chase and Bank of America and Wells Fargo. They using your money to do it. And they just replacing it before you even know that it's gone. That's why you can't go in there and say, give me $10 trillion because they don't have it. Like real talk. All right, so yeah, we'll drop that. Let's go to Luke 6:24. All right, now this Christ's words. Christ said, "But woe unto you that are rich," which is talking about destruction. Destruction to you that are rich. Why is that? Like, is it something wrong with being rich? Hell no, there ain't nothing wrong with being rich. But you're getting rich off other people's money. You're getting rich off the backs of the poor and you ain't breaking bread. You're getting rich off interest, off charging interest. You're not getting rich because of you sold this, you made this and sold that. It's interest. You feel me? It's interest. Interest is so bad that God said that we cannot charge interest to our brothers. That's how bad interest is. Interest will have you in debt for years when you've been paid it off. You feel me? And that's why Christ said, woe to you that are rich, for you have received your consolation, which is your comfort. Consolation is talking about comfort. You wanted money. You didn't care how you was going to get it. Okay, you got it. Now be comfortable. Be comfortable. I hope the money, you can dry your tears with the money. I hope a lot of the money you got, you better hope the bank let you get it out because you're going to need it to burn the fire, to keep you warm in your house when World War III comes. You're going to need the paper to burn in your house for the fire to keep the damn house warm. What is it called? The fireplace. You're going to need to put all the money in the fireplace and burn it to keep your house warm. For all you rich people out there. Because poor people, we don't have fireplaces. I'm just keeping it real. If we do, we go buy it off Amazon and just plug it up. You feel me? But you rich people, you've received your comfort. That's all I'm saying. Y'all got it. Y'all fun. Y'all having fun right now. You're overlit. Well, like the Bible says, it's sweet right now, but in a minute it's going to turn to gravel. It's like you're going to be chewing on rocks. Like real talk. Verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Right, you full right now. Well, little baby, he got a record label called 4PF. It means 4 pockets full. You feel me? Y'all full right now. Everybody, y'all full. The rappers, the pastors, the actors, athletes, y'all all full and ain't thinking about helping out the poor. And that's why y'all keep going broke. You feel me? The average athlete career is 3 years, then you at Walmart bagging groceries. Or you turn into a podcaster or a YouTuber or try to hop in Power or The Shy. That'd kill me. Every failed athlete somehow end up in Power or The Shy on Stars or Showtime. Like real talk. What's the name, boy? Iman Shumpert. He done turned into a cast member on The Shy. I'm like, damn. I thought this nigga played basketball. But that's what happened. You feel me? Like the rich people right now, they not rich off rightful earnings according to the Most High in Christ. And that's why they say you full now, but you shall be hungry. It's coming. It's coming real soon. And that's why a lot of them Wall Street workers jump out the goddamn window and kill themselves. Because they don't want to go hungry. They don't want to be broke. They don't want to live a regular life. Because they done stole all that damn money and stole all these people pensions and all kind of stuff to get to where they at. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Right. Laugh now, cry later. That's where that come from. That's where that term laugh now, cry later come from. Because it's the truth. You feel me? You laughing now, you thinking it's sweet, you thinking it's funny. You feel me? Laughing at poor people, bragging about all the stuff you got and how people don't got it. You feel me? All on Instagram talking hella shit. Well, in a minute, it's going to be you the one crying. You the one going to want everybody to pity you and help you lift you back up so you can get back to disrespecting poor people. That's the crazy part. Because that's all you're going to do. You're going to beg all the celebrities to put you in movies and put you on, put you in a video and do a song with you to put you back on just so you can look back down on poor people. That's insane. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. That's right. All the people that's getting praise and saying you're so good and you're this, you're that, and I love you, and you're the best actor, you're my favorite football player, you're my favorite rapper, you're my favorite this, you're my favorite business person. All them people is gonna end up in destruction real soon. You feel me? If you getting praised right now by the masses of people, Christ is saying destruction is coming to you. Because the only way you can be getting praised by the masses of people in this evil country that we live in is if you evil. There's no way around it. If you getting praised right now in America, that's because you wicked. Because that's all they promote. That's the only way you can get to the top, is by stabbing somebody in the back, just like the false prophets. That's what Christ is saying. Christ is comparing all the rich people, all the famous people that's getting praised to the false prophets, because they got praise too. You feel me? They got praise too. And then what happened to them? They said John the Baptist is going to be the least in the kingdom. He got praised. And they say he's going to be the least in the kingdom. Like real talk. All right, so yeah, we'll drop that. Go to Ecclesiastes 5 and 9 in the Old Testament. This is Ecclesiastes 5 and 9. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. Right, and that's a fact. The profit of the earth, the fruit, the grain, vegetables, the goddamn water is for all. Nigga, if you start catching rainwater, you know what they're going to do? They're going to send your ass a cease and desist letter. And then if you don't, they coming to lock your ass up. If they find out you growing fruit and vegetables at a mass rate and you ain't letting them know, they ain't getting no ends on it, man, they coming to shut you down. But the profit of the earth is for all. All the produce and stuff on the earth is supposed to be for whoever can collect it. Not the goddamn government, but the government say if you collecting rainwater, nigga, you going to jail. You still think they ain't wicked? You think they ain't evil? This is righteous? Rainwater from the sky? You ain't stealing water bottles out of Walmart. This water coming out the sky. Yeah, you going your ass to jail. That's all I'm going to say. The king himself is served by the field. Right, the king himself. The king, who the king right now? Donald J. Trump is the king of America. He ain't no damn president. His ass the king with all the stuff he doing. He doing stuff Obama said you could never do. Obama and Kamala Harris said, well, I can't just do stuff for black people. It takes time and this and that. Well, Donald Trump doing stuff for white people. They did stuff for just Chinese people. Ain't nobody say nothing. But when it come down to doing stuff just for black people, it's a little complicated. You feel me? They turn into one of them. It's a little complicated. We can't really do that. But when it come down to another nation, they let them right in. They was at war with Afghanistan for 20 years. The war ended, they let the Afghans come over here. Ukrainians went to war with Russia. They let the Ukrainians over here. Illegal immigrants. Chinese, they've been at war with China since the 50s. The Chinese is the most illegal immigrants in America. You can look it up. You can look it up yourself. Who is the most illegal immigrant? And it's China. The Chinese, who they've been at war with. Why they ain't throwing them in cages? You know why? Because they're not the children of Israel. You give a damn about the Chinese. They can come over here and do what they want. We got to oppress black people. Hispanics and Native Indians. Everybody else, come to America and live your life. But yeah, it say the king himself is served by the field, which is basically like the king needs this stuff to survive. So without the people gathering the fruit, gathering the vegetables and stuff like that, spending their time out their day to do it, the king wouldn't even eat himself. So you got some nerve telling these people they can't have the stuff that they picked, that they grew. You gotta give them a fine and then lock them up if they don't pay the fine. That's insane, man. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver. That's a fact. You will never have enough. You will never have too many gold chains and watches and Rolexes and nice fancy cars. It'll never be enough. You get a house, you just gonna want a bigger one. Look, the rappers do it all the time. I think Rick Ross, he bought Mike Tyson's house. Then Rick Ross sold it. Then another rapper bought it. Then he sold it. Then another actor bought it. You will never have enough. You hear me? You're always gonna want more. It's nothing you could do about it. Especially when you're a greedy bastard. It's nothing you could do about it. Like real talk. Nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity, right? This is also nothing. It's useless. You feel me? You love abundance and increase, you're never going to be satisfied. You're never going to have enough money. So you might as well start giving it away. You get $10 trillion, spend $1 trillion on scholarships. Just give them away. Find somebody to give it to. Pick a city, any city, and just say, hey, I'm giving out 100 scholarships for whoever gets straight A's this year. You want to keep the kids in school? You want to keep them out of jail? Rich people is the reason why poor people is in jail. Poor people is in jail because rich people is greedy as hell. That's why poor people is in jail. That's why the prisons is filled up. That's why everybody going to the army to pay for their scholarship. These niggas don't want to go to jail, just like these niggas don't want to go to the army. They just don't have no choice because somebody is too fucking greedy and don't want to break no bread. When the Bible say, nor he that loveth abundance will increase. You feel me? You will never be satisfied. So if you will never be satisfied, why not go to Chicago and say, hey, whoever graduate with straight A's, I'm giving a full scholarship to whatever college you want to go to. You got the money to do it. You want to stop the violence? That's how you do it. Hey, I'm paying for 100 apprenticeship program for anybody that want to be an electrician, want to be a plumber or whatever. I'll pay for it full. You ain't gonna owe me nothing if you get straight A's, if you stay out of jail, if you stop smoking weed. This is an easy fix. That's why you need the ISUPK under Commander Junior Hunter. We got the answers and the solutions. We got the answers and the solutions to the problem. The rich people is in our fucking way. That's the problem. The rich people is in our goddamn way. And they the reason why the kids going to jail and killing each other. Like real talk. Like verse 11. When goods increase, they are increased that eat them. Right. So when you start getting more goods, it's going to be more people that's going to want to eat the goods. You feel me? That's just how it's going to happen. You feel me? You get more stuff, more people going to want to buy it. You see more stuff, you got more money, you're going to want to buy it. It's just never going to end. You feel me? It's never going to end. That's consuming. People is going to want to spend their money. They're never going to have enough. That's just how it's going to go. And what good is there to the owners thereof, saving the beholding of them with their eyes? Like, what's the good of saving all this money? You feel me? I might as well go buy me a damn Bugatti. I might as well go buy 10 Lamborghinis. Why the hell would I ever go give some black kids a scholarship? Ain't no need of that. I'm just going to go buy me 10 Lamborghinis and let them sit there. You know, that's what Cardi B just said. She just did an interview and said she got 10 cars that she don't even drive because she don't even got a license. She just buying them because she can. Because that's what the Bible say. When goods increase, they are increased that eat them. That's what happened. Goods is increasing. Well, people that's increased just want to buy them now, want to spend it. Now they want it. You feel me? What they call it? Supply and demand. They did that with the PS5s. You feel me? They put out a couple of them, made you feel like you couldn't get one. Now more people want a PS5. They was paying $1,500 for them PS5s when they first came out. I'm like, that is insane. They only doing it because you think you can't get one. That's the only reason why you're doing it. That's the only reason why people buying Lamborghini trucks, because they think it's hard to get. Birkin bags. You got to get on the waiting list to get a Birkin bag. Otherwise, why not just go get a Gucci or a Louis? They'll let you walk right out the store. Well, you ain't need no waiting list. It's called supply and demand. Like real talk. All right, we'll drop that. All right, last scripture. Let's go to Revelation 6 and 15. This Revelation 6 and 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Now, this is talking about when Christ on his way back. You feel me? When Christ on his way back, it's going to be a real serious time. And like I said, this money, they're going to have to use this to burn it in a fireplace to keep them warm. You feel me? This money and stuff is going to mean nothing. That's why the Bible says wisdom and the stability. Wisdom is going to be the stability of the times, because money is not going to mean nothing. So if money is not going to mean nothing, what is going to be important? It's going to be wisdom. The fear of the Lord is going to be important. It's going to be way more important than money, because you're going to be able to do nothing but burn it. And then now everything digital in your bank account, it's just going to delete. You're going to look up your bank account, going to say zero. You're going to call Chase Bank and it's going to be closed, out for business when Christ returns. So all this money and stuff they making really ain't going to mean nothing anyway, because the country is going to shit. They finna go to war, and the money ain't going to mean absolutely nothing. And all these rich people, they're going to be hiding in the clefts of the rocks. They're going to be in bunkers, you know? They're going to be in caves. They're going to be hiding everywhere they can, you feel me, from what they done, from all the sins they committed to the poor. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. Right? That's talking about the Most High in Christ. They're going to want the rocks to close in, to hide them from the Most High in Christ's judgment. Because these rich people know that they rich because they was wicked. They stabbed people in the back to get all the way to the top. They threw black people under the bus because they knew that we were spending 10% of the money every day. 10% of the money that gets spent every day, they knew we were spending it, so they turned their eyes on us. They stopped us from opening up businesses because they didn't want us to get rich, because they was greedy and they was filthy bastards, and they're going to pay for it. And they're going to be hiding from Christ because of it. Like real talk. Yeah, but that's in tonight's class, you feel me? Tune in every Monday, Tuesday. Tune in Wednesday for the podcast, you feel me? How about Shimmy? How about Shabbat?